Yeah, but
observations.
Look, I don't mind you guys being out here trying to make a buck up.
Good, I'm glad you don't mind. Even if you did mind, mate, I'm still going to be out here. I'm making observations, repeatable observations, yeah? Land distance observations that don't match what we've been taught. My friend, we've been taught lies. No, it's not a load of crap.
It's like flat.
No one, I'm not saying it's flat. I'm denying the fact that we live on the globe. Flat Earth hasn't come out of my mouth. You said it. That's him. That's him. I'm a next person. If this triggers you so much, maybe you need to look within yourself, yeah? Angry that you're living a lie? Cycle on then, okay? Cycle on. You were trying to make a big exit. You were doing your big speech and going to cycle off. You were being disrespectful to this man. You weren't even having a conversation. You got triggered from the get-go. You didn't like the fact that you been lied to.
What he's talking about.
Here's some facts. Why don't you read? This is my banner. I made it myself with my information, yeah? Someone explain to me what gravity is. What's gravity, anyone? What's gravity? Someone in layman's terms describe to me what gravity is.
It's not something else.
This one guy here is triggered. Yeah, this one guy here is triggered. This man here is having a conversation with you, and you're getting all leery.
Your conspiracy theories.
No one's a conspiracy theorist.
Everybody's giving stuff away.
This guy here is gatekeeping this situation right now. He's gatekeeping it, making out with conspiracy theorists. No one here is theorising over anything.
It's all flat round here. The Earth is all flat.
Right. The Earth's not a globe. The Earth's not a globe. No one's saying it's flat, but we're saying it's not a globe. Yeah. My bad. Sorry, I got triggered. I'm just trying to give you a conjecture of what's going on here, but this is Speaker's Corner right now where people want to argue. So I didn't mean to just go live. Sorry?
When you say the Earth is not a globe,
yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean exactly that. I mean we're not on a ball spinning through space at God knows what miles an hour. Not quite sure where we're at. I'm on a mission to try and find that out. I'm realising that the education system is just an indoctrination system, and everything well, no, I'm not. Let me finish, because I'm not preaching to the converted. Okay. Your partner just asked me a question. He said, "What is it you're trying to say here?" So I'm just basically trying to perpetuate what I'm trying to say. I'm not a label. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Definitely not a flat earther. Okay, I think those terminologies have been put out there to stop people from having a civilized conversation. Because all I get from people is, well, what is it you are then? And I'm like, whoa, I'm just telling you, I've looked into this for years. I've got a camera, I've got friends that have long distance zoom cameras, yeah? I understand that the images that NASA give us are not accurate, okay? This much I have researched. If you go to NASA's website or the British Space Agency's website, you'll see for yourself that those images are composite images. They're not actual images. Robert Simmons, who made the images, admitted they had to be photoshopped. He takes them from data and he creates a CGI image of the place we live. Now, before we even went to the moon, yeah, there was a movie made in the early 1900s projecting the image of a ball, okay? Now, I don't know if you're religious, I don't know if you're an atheist. If you're not an atheist, then you would have researched in some scriptures at some stage, no matter what religion you're in, to not hold on to false ideologies of any kind, whether it's a false god or a false belief. Now, no human being I've ever spoken to can give me their personal reason for why they believe they live on a spinning ball. So that's what I'm out here to have a conversation about. I'm not out here to preach to converted. All I'm out to do is to have human interactions with other human beings, not online, because I don't know who's online. I'm not really trusting of the people I'm speaking to. You hear all sorts of stories where people use recorded video now to pretend they're somebody and it's not somebody. So I'm not very trusting on having deep, meaningful conversations with people on the internet. I've grown up in London my whole life. I've been schooled here. I've gone to college in Nescott in South London. I've got my qualifications. I've been a working woman my whole life since I do construction liaison. So I'm in the construction industry and I liaise between contractor and client. So I work for a main contractor. I'm live on YouTube, so I won't say who that contractor is, but I work in construction. I've got CSCS, I've got costs, I've got working at Hyde, I'm working in scaffolding. I'm a contributing member of society like most of us are. I'm not a nut by any means. I realised, like most of us, all we know is I'm definitely not here to regurgitate anyone else's truth to you and give it to you regurgitated as if it's my own. I've been walking on a path for about 3 years. I am religious. I was brought up as a Christian. I've become quite disillusioned with religion as such. You only have to stand here for an hour to get that. To say the word believe, I have faith in the fact that we were created. I have faith in the fact that we have a Most High. Am I audacious enough to give the Most High a name? Probably not. Because I'm seeing God, Allah, all sorts getting thrown around like a franchise, like Selfridges, Harrods, House of Fraser, whose is better, whose hasn't got this. So for me, I'm looking for real proof that I live on a spinning ball.
Have you got a theory of what the Earth looks like?
That's where I'm going with this. I can't produce a model to you, but all I can say is my observations do not match the Pythagorean theorem, which is Earth's curvature measured. They've taken the circumference of what Earth should be and the diameter of what Earth should be, and it's taught in university. You can get it from most government websites. It's called the Pythagorean theorem. And it is a valid piece of information that people use to determine curvature. It's what NASA use, the British Space Agency use it to do their trajectories around the globe. Okay, so using that, these aren't anything to do with me. That banner there I had made up because I had it put on that banner. And that has a chart which is copied and pasted from governmental websites stating what Earth's curvature should be. So if you look over a space of 40 miles, there will, whether you assume any rate of progression at all, be a dip in the horizon. Okay? So eventually you're brought up to believe that when a ship goes out of view, it's because it's gone over the horizon. We don't say it's gone nowhere, we say it's gone over the horizon. Okay, well, ships are being brought back into view over 40 miles away. Okay, when your binoculars run out, we've now got tools such as the Nikon P900, the Nikon P1000. These, forget using them to do this, people are using them to do this over deserts, over the Bolivian salt flats, which by the way is 400 kilometers, okay, which if you were on a ball, we're seeing the Chicago skyline from the other side of Lake Michigan, okay? They used to say that's a mirage, a refraction, a Coriolis effect. They come out with all of these things that we've now got learned people, not people like, well, I'm assuming that you're not MBSMCs and PhDs, I'm not, but you know, there are people that have got letters after their name, in fact more letters after their name than their name themselves, that are now making these scientific observations and recording them.
I'm not a scientist in that sense. I would ask you though not to make assumptions.
Oh, that's the one, I'm happy you say that because I don't make assumptions, but I just thought I won't.
Because I did have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
And it's just me checking my understanding.
Yeah, okay, go for it. Yeah.
Because I'm wondering, from what you're saying, it's making me think that obviously we don't know everything, and so with the scientists, astronomers, or whoever they might be, I'm thinking that perhaps because they don't know everything, what we've actually got is something that is similar to, you know, the tube map. You know,
Yes.
So, because our understanding is limited, that's what we've got.
Yeah.
So that it helps us to have an understanding of something.
But this is what doesn't make sense to me, because 500 years ago, Sir Isaac Newton wrote the Mathematica Principia, and that was pushed out to all governments, all institutions, all educational factions internationally. One book from one man. One book from one man. The Principia Mathematica was written to describe the theory of gravity. Gravity to this day still hasn't been proven. My daughter's going into year 11, she's taking triple science. Gravity is a massive part of that as far as her physics is concerned. She's being taught a theory, being asked to memorize it. I was as well. I mean, I'm no different from any other person who's gone to school. But then you're asked to regurgitate it, and you're then marked on it. And
they must have evidenced it. Put it in the book. I mean, like, talk about Apple.
I would plead you to research the Apple, the research it for yourself. If you take anything away from this conversation today, I beg of you, don't take my word for anything. If you have an hour and a half to watch a movie, take an hour and a half to go and research the timelines of these things, because what we're taught and what the reality of things are is horribly different. We've got the mass media, we know the government isn't honest with us. Did you know that the British Space Agency last year, from the British taxpayer, got £1.16 million a day? A day. A day. Well, you can go onto the British Space Agency's website, and on one of their things they do tell you what they're. That's a $64,000 question. What do people's argument will be? We've got phones. We've got this. That's what I'm paying 1.16. No, that's what we pay China for. China do that. They get the materials out of the ground to put these metals in these phones, and these phones are not being made because we're doing spacewalks. I think that would be an insult to our intelligence to say, you know, thanks to space, we've now got CD players and mobile phones. But that's what the argument some people have. Well, I'll tell you why. NASA last year got £52 million a day. It's quite a lot more than us, but I mean, America's quite a bit bigger than us. Then you just research the Chinese Space Agency, the European Space Agency gets over €3 million a day. Now, when you look at this internationally, that's a problem. We've got every country spending millions of pounds on something that none of us can tangibly prove. When you look at, this is not my banner, but if you actually look at rockets and satellites in space, the more images you try and search, whether it's on their websites or just Google, you'll realise that they're not real images you're shown, they're CGI. There'll be a disclaimer at the bottom right, and it will say, just for your, you know, like a computer game that's advertising, it says not actual game footage, just like that. The ISS, the International Space Station, you can look on the live feed of that ISS. Yeah, you will see a curve to the globe, but you'll also see the ISS itself curving to the fish islands. Yeah, it's got a particular design where it's got these panels. It's got panels either side, and they're square, but not on the camera. And they go to follow the curvature of the eye. So it's clear that it's through a fisheye lens. Why would they have to perpetuate all of this fraud if it was the truth? Why would we not actually have, I saw the moon today actually, somewhere over there, why would we not have a 4K camera on the moon right now showing us the beautiful place we live in? Why would we not have that? We've got Big Brother, Get Me Out of Here, watching people sleep in bed and snoring all night on Channel 4. Wouldn't you tune in once a year to have a look at it and just go, look, let's just watch it do one rotation. That's where we live. That's how precious we are in the bigger scheme of things. I'd pay £1.16 million for that. If someone could put a 4K imaging camera up there, because remember, we only ever see one side of the moon, so we'd never do that and we wouldn't see it.
It's funny if I read about that.
The question is very interesting.
To me, I haven't got proof of the flat, but there's a lot of smoking guns around the place. I'll give you one more, the Antarctic Treaty. Yeah, it's not a conspiracy, it's legit. The Antarctic Treaty has been in place since before they went to the moon. Okay? They did Operation High Jump, Operation Fishbowl. Those words themselves, they went as high as they could and they went as wide as they could, and then they sealed it off below the 60th parallel. None of us, without expressive military permission, can go below the 60th parallel.
What is 60th parallel?
If you believed this, the 60th parallel is the last horizontal line down here. You know how you've got the lines of longitude and the lines of latitude? Okay, so the 60th parallel, I don't actually have an image, but if you look at it on a globe, it would be this line here, down here, right? That last line, without expressive military permission, you or I or you, we're not even allowed to look at the coast of Antarctica without military permission. If you do get enough money and become a millionaire and decide to go on an Antarctic trip, you'll only ever be taken on a predetermined route, not just by the guy that's tour guiding you, by the government that's provided permission for you to be there. I was fortunate enough to speak to a guy called Ben Sherman. He's an Antarctic explorer. When I was out in my own hometown, I live in Richmond, I was out in my hometown and he just literally rocked up and he went, "Hi, I'm an Antarctic explorer." And I went, "Really? What are the chances? Come and sit down." And he was happy to admit himself, he's been an Antarctic explorer for over a decade. He is not allowed to just go, "Oh, I'm going to go over there today." Can't do it. So no go. And if you do get past all of the military protocols, you're told that as soon as you hit land, you're not allowed any machinery, no ski mobiles, no machinery, nothing, and this is all readily available on everybody's government websites. So if you were American and I'm British and you were Chinese and we all wanted to go to Antarctica, we would all have to go through exactly the same protocols with our governments because of the Antarctic Treaty. In the 50s, every country signed a deal to say we're not going to monetize it, we're not going to build any hotels down there, definitely no restaurants, we're just going to keep it purely for scientific research. They've apparently been doing reconnaissance over Antarctica since the 50s. You'd think we'd have a little David Attenborough by now, more than just the penguins. Yeah, we're not. When you think about it, even at school, the globe that you're shown, a metal bit attachment, goes through Antarctica. So there's nothing to see there. We're not going to talk about Antarctica. We'll just be talking about everywhere on the equator, everywhere that's relevant. And it's kind of, Antarctica's almost the elephant in the room that no one talks about.
Is what they call the Middle Earth? Is that what they call it? Or what they...
I prefer to just be with where I am at the moment and go, all my information leads me to go, there's been a lie told and I'm not sure we're on a bowl. I don't see any proof of the fact. We've had people thousands of years ago navigate themselves over the seas with the stars. If we're spinning through space and space is expanding and we're spinning around the sun, why have we still got the same stars in our sky than we've had for thousands of years? Why does Polaris never move? Are we just going to say it's a coincidence that it's been dead on for all of these years and as we're dodging through space, it's just going to stay where it is? You look at star trails and time-lapse cameras, no matter where the time-lapse camera is, whether it's in Australia, Northern Hemisphere, or something, see the circle of star trails going around the no matter whether you're in Australia or whether you're in Europe. And then flight tracker. If you look at flight trackers, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, do you know you can't track flights through the southern hemisphere? Look at flight paths.
You can't track.
No, they literally glitch off the map. So as soon as they go down there, I really wish I had a map to show you actually. Sorry, let me just see if I can find something. I'm trying to be.
There's something new, you talk about places.
Yeah.
That's why it takes so long to get there.
There is another idea. This is not a model. It's a representation. So on Earth, as you would do it, if you say this was England and you were flying to America, you go, right, I'm flying to America. But there is no flight from South America to South Africa. You can't fly from South America around the Pacific.
Sorry, again?
There's no proof that there is a magic spell. I agree there.
South Africa, South America, bim!
Yeah, so I agree with you in that regard, but I still feel very skeptical towards the idea that the world is flat. Good, I'd say keep on skeptical. That's great. I feel you're not putting the same skeptical already. I just feel as if the physics that I've been taught in school makes perfect sense in our world.
If I imagine my phone as the magnetic North Pole, and I wanted to go west, I'd go west, but eventually the magnetic North will pull me in. Pull me in, and then eventually I would end up back where I started thanks to the magnetic.
Just remember, you did say you were only 18.
There's my smoking gun. It's not a sales pitch, but this is just my own. There's no point in regurgitating anyone else's.
I got to 30,
And I've decided to myself, I'd rather not know very much.
Maybe I'll come back here next time and I'll see if I can
I'd rather
challenge
know
something.
very little about knowledge. This subject itself.
Your discovery.
No, not such a discovery. My discovery was realising I'm not on a ball anymore. I've been okay since then. If in my lifetime I find out where I am, then that would be absolutely brilliant. That would be wonderful. In my lifetime, if I could see who we are, why we're here, where we're at. If I could just get a definitive answer without a religious battle and Allah's better than God, Jesus and everyone else getting pulled into it, if we just understand and reverse engineer it to one singular and say, right, what is the conjecture? Do you believe in a creator or not? If we're believing in a creator, creators, force, whatever it is, then let's understand we were designed. Let's understand that we live in a designed system. We're not an accident flying through space. Because we have this confusion.
Hawking talk about that? What did Stephen Hawking talk about?
Wow, there you go. Stephen Hawking was only the individual that was projected to us. I'm not sure I bought into most of that.
Well, I'm only asking the question because you're talking about a number of things, and I think when I said the PhD thing, it was just to kind of throw it out there because of what you said earlier. And I just wondered because he was on a search.
Yeah. So I think when you've got powers that be, very powerful powers that be that, by the way, are completely in touch with their lineage, unlike us. Yeah, they're still in touch with their original narrative, the elites. And the elites, to me, aren't the Bilderbergs, they're not Illuminati, they're the people in power, whoever they are. Because we have to understand there are people in power. They're people that press buttons and get things done. And we're not those people. But you look at those people and you look at the lineage of those people and then you look at the lineage of us. I've actually personally traced my family back to 1746, which unfortunately for me was 100 years almost after the Principia Mathematica was written. I was trying to find some of my family prior to that book coming out. But what I'm understanding, not very many people are finding their lineage prior to the 1600s. So then that brings me a conjecture about date, and the religious argument comes up again. We're all, no matter what religion we're in, we're all going, it's 2018. The Sikhs, the Hindus. No. Ancient knowledge has calendars, but everyone, when they click, when someone says, what's the date? They go, it's the 28th of December 2018. Whether they believe it or not, that's the date we've acknowledged and accepted, and by the way, consented to being in. And then we're given the Christian debate of 1 BC. And then we're to believe that everyone walked around going, it's year 1, but it wasn't year 1 because civilization was much older. And why did they accept that? And what was that all about? Was it about just one man being born, that an international civilization went, let's just call it year 1? Why? Because he was born. If that was the case, wouldn't it be much more concrete in our lives now than it is? Why would children be going to school? My daughter's doing triple science. Why would she go to school and in the same building, one teacher's going, big bang, big bang, big bang, all an accident, and then she goes to a religious study. She goes, no, listen, 6 days creation. In the same day, she's getting indoctrinated with a big bang, told to memorise it, indoctrinated with religious studies, and told to memorise that. And then one day they want her to regurgitate it so she can have a successful life. There's something inherently wrong with that, and some of that's the belief system. And I won't bring up the religious aspect of it, the gravity aspect of it. That's just one major belief system that our children and our children's children are going to be tested on, and then made to have a successful life out of, you know? I'm not buying into the system. I'm not a flat earther. If you wanted to call me anything, I would probably rather be called a globalist denier. Not a globalist. Everything, the Trilateral Commission, the deep state, the shadow governments, the Antarctic Treaty, NASA's money, space agency money. I don't consent to any of it. Gravity being taught in school. But does my opinion count as a million? Who wants to listen to me? If I go to Downing Street, who's listening to me? Be quiet. You know, censor her. Unless we have, you know, even the vegans. You saw the vegans out in London the other day. What difference do they make? Sainsbury's is still selling chicken for £2 a pack. You know? That's, you know, unless we, the people themselves, start to get critical thinking and using cognitive dissonance, yeah? Understanding that cognitive dissonance is real, even when they're facts.
That's very hard because you spend the first
major part of your life
being indoctrinating, and then you have to then spend the rest of your life unraveling.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
Getting out of that.
Yeah.
You start to understand that's not real.
So it's difficult for you to, like, I saw you argue with that guy. I mean,
what it is for me is when people start with that.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I know, but he's got his formed his ideas.
Well, I'd rather he takes that energy and start making public noise about child sex trafficking and child abuse, and the fact that people in this country work a full-time wage and still have to use food banks. I donate to them.
That
You
was
know?
all about him. That wasn't about
Yeah, and that's why I said to everybody, I think there's gatekeeping, so I'm now going to walk away. I'm not going to entertain it. And it does. It seems to bring out the worst in people.
It does.
It brought out the worst in me. When I first came across this information, and I didn't come across it by any YouTube or media like that, it was a conjecture of what I'm seeing doesn't quite match what's going on. Like the mornings that I wake up and I look in my garden and I can see the sun, and I go, so in Australia they've just got nothing. They've got no sun, no moon, because I can see them both. Unless someone in Australia is going to tell me, and then I phone a pal in Australia and they go, no, look at the sun, it's right there, mate. No, I can see it. You're upside down, silly. That's right there, pal. Okay, all right. I suppose just believe what I'm doing. And you kind of put yourself back to sleep. You go, well, don't worry if I can't understand it. They've explained it for me, so I'll just go to work now and never mind what I'm looking at. And that I don't want to live that life. I don't want to keep going, I want to be in awe of things and then go, yeah, but my government told me they're going to Mars now, so whatever that is, I don't know, whatever. I just think, you know, if we are designed, if we are created, were we created to live our lives holding on to false ideologies and things that we can't? If it makes people happy, fine, but I'm not sure space and the theory of it makes people happy. I think the comfort of knowing something makes people happy. But when we're taught about space and the universe, we are taught that the sun is a dying star. We're taught that the sun is going to expand and eventually consume Earth. And if that doesn't get us, the comets and asteroids will. They'll get us first, you know? So people are subconsciously living in fear, but it's not right here. It's somewhere in the back here. So that, you know, and the one thing I do realise that the governments do is they create order out of chaos. They create a chaotic situation and then write a law against it. And what we're living in now is times where they're ramping that up. They're completely ramping it up. And where, you know, if you assume rates of possession with that, where are we going to be in 10 years' time with that? You know? So we're living in a society that can't afford to feed and clothe itself. We're living in a society where the realism of my daughter being able to afford to buy somewhere to live where she's grown up, highly unlikely. Unless she marries like a really rich Chinese guy that's probably made like multi-billion pounds, and then he can come and buy a swanky flat near where we live and they can rent it out and never live there. But that's what I'm seeing, blocks going up, not getting sold to the residents, getting sold to tycoons in other countries, and then the houses stay empty. Yet our shelters, our B&Bs, our homeless teams in every council are run beyond the point of no control. Yeah, we've got baby units with mothers that can't afford to put them up, so they're getting sent back here and they're getting put into... I help as much as I can with my local community. I'm involved with DisBri, the charity for helping the homeless. I'm involved with food banks, the trust, the Russell Trust, that goes around to all the supermarkets and gives to the food banks, and I'm heavily involved in that. And it's really painful when you're dealing with a mummy that... when you're dealing with a mum that's tried really hard at school, revised, got brilliant grades, and just for the fact that she's been dealt a bum hand, she's not been looked after by the society that's brought her up. We've educated in ourselves, yeah? Our government has invested in everyone that's been schooled in this country to be educated, only to get people to 18 years old and then just go on the leave. Don't worry about all the teachers' wages and everything that's been paid. You're a waste now. Go and sign on, get a flat, and jog on, mate. You know? We've got Lidl and Aldi selling food that cheap because people can't afford to buy it anymore than that. You know, I don't think that everyone that shops in Lidl and Aldi is like making a conscious decision to ignore Sainsbury's. It's about finance, and I think it's about, you know, some of us are comfortable, and maybe some of us that are comfortable, this doesn't really affect us too much. But the ones that aren't comfortable, and there's far more of those than the ones that are comfortable, as you probably already know. So I'm hoping I've kind of showed you that I'm not... I think everyone's an individual. There's going to be people here that are going to go flat earth, flat earth, flat earth, and people that are browbeating and preaching to the converted, and then there's others like myself that just want to have a conversation and just get a gauge where the human beings that I'm living amongst are at with things.
I'm curious about what you're saying, because I'm subscribe to the fact that we don't know everything. So,
yeah. That's how I started off.
Open to anything.
Yeah. I've made this leaflet. This is a leaflet I put together. These here, my darling, they're the observations that we've made. We've taken these pictures and we've made these observations. All of them are virtually in this country, apart from one that was taken out of the country. And this here is the spherical trigonometry of a sphere using the Pythagorean theorem. That's it, copy and pasted as is. And there's the dimensions of what we're told the Earth is. So if we're believing what we're taught with these numbers and this chart, then all of these should be it's not possible. It's actually, it's like a David Blaine magic trick. It's like, how can you see feet that aren't there? And so this is not something that's generically on the internet. I'm trying to find ways to get people not to listen to me, but just to, instead of watching Netflix for an hour, go and look into it for yourself. And that's why I beg people, if you take my word for it, then we're lost as a civilization. You know, you can't just take one person's word for it. You've got to go on your own journey and find out for yourself. But I'm pleased to tell you that I'm 3 years into looking at this. I still most definitely have more faith in the Most High now than I ever had before. It's not I was religious in the first place. I did have a spiritual connection to where I live. But if anything, it's just grounded that now. And I know that anything else that was told for me was told to keep me in a middle ground, which is, that is an actual image that I got off the internet. That is not, that is literally just to show you how night and day can happen. And there is a Terminator line. In fact, some people have seen it from an airplane. And it's when you're on an airplane and you look over there and it's sunny and you can see the line and it's like nighttime.
Yeah, when I'm on a plane.
Yeah. So that was just a representation to show you that, you know, what it looks like because of the Pythagorean theorem. I'm wondering if I put a picture on it. I don't think I have actually. Corpuscular rays. You know what? So see when you see the sun behind a cloud and you see the sunlight, you see the sunlight bursting through the cloud and making a kind of triangle. That can't happen if the sun's 93 million miles away. The sunbeams would hit Earth parallel, and even if there was refraction, it wouldn't give you the triangulation that it does.
So you're saying the sunbeam would go right across?
Most of the corpuscular rays that hit Earth, people have done the trigonometry of the angle, and they've made out that the sun's probably about, you know, thousands of miles away, not
So what are you saying?
millions.
So you're saying that when the ray hits the planet, will it just go straight across?
Well, if you think about it, say this phone here is the sun, Earth, and I'm the sun. This amount of times big. The sunlight is just going to come at the planet. You won't be able to do that. So the more you look into that, it's very difficult for me to explain. You're better off looking at it for yourself, because me regurgitating it is probably. But corpuscular rays, if you're looking into corpuscular rays, and the lunar lemma, there's a guy called Dave Marsh. He's pretty much a very learned person. He spent the last 2.5 years tracking the moon, just tracking the moon, not looking at anything else in the sky. And the metadata that he's collected to a scientific method, which is completely adhered to the scientific community and presented to them, proves that we live on a stationary plane of existence. So there's some people that are proving it's not round, and there's some people that are proving beyond a reasonable doubt we're not moving. And there's another guy called Chris Unwin. He's putting together a scientific document. He's done 2 experiments which have proved beyond reasonable doubt we're on a still plane. And there's another guy down in Worthing who's a quantum physicist, astrophysicist, something, too many letters after his name. He's now done his own laser test of distance. He's got 2 green lasers. He took a green laser from Selsey to Brighton. Now, even if you assume the smallest refraction at all, the sea level that he took the image from, you could see at sea level the cars going along Brighton Beach. There's been people that have made observations from the England to the Isle of Man. There's been people that have also made observations, as you'll see here, from Calais to Dover.
So have you ever spoken to an astrophysicist?
Yeah, we had one here with us actually.
And you asked these questions?
Yeah, on my YouTube channel you can see
spoke about
all of it. all of it. We had a quantum physicist.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you spoke about those theories and you asked them
Yeah,
about
he
that.
did it right here, just along there. He flew over from America. He's from New York. His name was Vincent, and where that lamppost is, end of June this would have been, 24th of June. He was here with us for 4 hours, and he turned up. He did not know. It was just a synchronicity kind of thing. And he came and he went, "This I know about. I know about this." And I went, "Really? Are you taking the piss?" And then he got out all his credentials. He was flying back to New York later on that day. And he was like, "No, this is something I could talk about." And within an hour, he basically showed us that we were a bit slow off the mark with this. My daughter, she has a geography teacher. He also knows that he's not on a ball, and he's a geography teacher. So there's some teachers that are coming across this truth and realising they still have an obligation to the children to not lie and to try and teach them in a positive way. But then again, everybody's restricted by the system in which we live in. It's designed to not let people go too far left or too far. I mean, truth, you know, talking about the truth is like the new hate speech. It's like the new. I do. My darling, I've only got like one. Sorry.
Cheers, thanks.
Sorry, sweetheart.
Think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, please do. That guy there that just asked me, his name's Eco Dave. He's got a YouTube channel of his own. He's a vegan, and he's a bit of an activist with most things that are not okay. Animal farming conditions and stuff like that. This guy here, his name is John Smith Globe Life. Well, it's John Smith, and he has a channel called John Smith Globe Life. He travels around the country interviewing people. He's also interviewed learned people. You were here when Vincent was here, the quantum physicist. And that's on his channel as well, so you can actually probably see that content. And did you do an actual video on Vincent in the process? Yeah, so he's going to do a feature. The guy spoke for so long that it warranted him having his own.
He was dynamic, you held the audience.
Yeah, and a quantum physicist, which for us was just like the difference between night and day. To have a learned person going, no, this is right and this is why it's right. But like I said, we are not going to really get out of any of us what it actually is, because we haven't got a working model. We're not far down the road with that yet at all. And I think as soon as we start doing that, we're as bad as the people that say we live on a globe.
Have you got a minute? Can you phone Jason?
Yeah, of course I can. Thank you very much. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you very much for being so patient there, guys. I've just had a mission. I've got to call Jason DisBri. Jason DisBri. No, I don't support slaughter of any man. I don't support it. No. Jason DisBri. Hold on. Harry, Jason's there. What do you want to say?
Did you ask us to call you, Jason?
Jason, Harry said, did you ask us to call you?
Can't hear him.
No, it's all right. He's not on the phone. He's in the chat room. I'm waiting for him to chat back.
All right, okay.
All right, yeah, I'll let you know what he said. So, just waiting for Jason to get back to us now. Yeah, yes, it can wait until after this. All right, I'll tell him now. He said yes, but it can wait until after this. Okay? All right, darling, I've told him now. All right, that's cool. That's cool. So, let me find my drink, man. I had a drink at one point in my life. Crap. Oh, I've lost my drink, you know. Oh. Don't know where it is now. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the phone being all flicky. I actually had a cold drink and I really needed it, and I put it down and stopped paying attention, and now I don't know where it is. But I'm going to pan around for a bit and let you see what's good. So I'm sorry about the camera. I was really concentrating on that conversation. The city, big love to you too, my darling. I was really concentrating on the conversation I was having with that couple. They were a lovely couple. And they're going to go away and they're going to look at it. They're going to really have a look at it and see what's good. So, sorry guys, I'm just going to pan back. I've got my banner, Harry's banner, and a couple of other banners. And that group of people right there, they're all around the banners, okay? So, we're going to stay out here. Yeah, we're going to stay out here. Sorry about the camera movements. I'm yet to get some equipment to to aid in a bit my filming skills. I'm still pretty much an amateur. So my apologies in advance if the images is a bit shaky or jogging. And as you can see, here's the... Oh, they're a bit shiny. Sorry, you can't see. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you the banners just now. And then obviously there's Harry's one. Oh, sorry. So there's that banner. And there's water. Knowledge of belief. Oh yeah, I forgot to say we've got Eco Dave here talking to some people as well.
So this is a graphical representation of the season now. So what I'm saying is the sun moves in summer, the sun moves closer to us. And we're talking about fractions, even if the sun's close to us. We're just talking about fractions. Minor fractions. If you elevate 300 foot, 400 foot, it's a very small amount. Yeah? So I would have to go in, I'll just point it forward and say,
Whose map? Whose map is that? Whose? I'm a globe denier. Don't try to pin other people's maps on people. Unless we're showing you a map and telling you it's our map, why would you pin a map on us?
Saying it's not globe, but
We're not members. We are not members of the Flat Earth Society, my friends. We're not members of the Flat Earth Society. Yeah? We're not members of the Flat Earth Society. Did everyone else hear that as well? We're not members of the Flat Earth Society, yeah? Okay? That's all. I don't know why people have to get so rude, fam. I'm getting triggered today. I need to go away and smoke a cigarette. So that's what I'm gonna do. Smoke my bent cigarette right now before I get wild out here. What about it's a hogwash? Can you be specific? You're just saying very confidently this is a load of hogwash and this is their belief. It's actually not a belief, it's fact. The people that believe they're on a ball, they're in a belief system. I'm recording me. Okay. I'm recording my part of the conversation. I just want you to know, I don't want to question you, but you actually saying this is ridiculous.
What about the space station?
No, I want you to point out what's ridiculous about this. I want you to be very specific because you were being very helpful in explaining.
I'm not a scientist, however.
Okay. What about that? What about that is a belief? No, I want you to tell me, because you said this was a belief.
Well, I do believe in gravity.
No, not you. You said this was a belief. I want to conject.
I didn't say it was a belief.
I was listening to what you said. You said this is all a load of crap. It's belief. This is what they believe.
I said this is baloney.
Sorry, darling. Did he say to you? Can I just? Sorry, I'm going to hold on, but I'm going to quote. You quoted. This is what they believe. He did say that to you. I was standing right here. I heard him.
You're entitled to believe.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, this isn't a belief, my friend. If it makes you feel comfortable thinking that we believe this, then that's on you, my friend. Okay?
Yes.
But understand, we're making observations, and this is not a belief. The belief system is believing you live on a ball. In fact, scriptures tell you to not have false ideologies. The scriptures tell you to not hold things dear to your heart that you cannot prove for yourself. Okay?
But if you go back
you
further than scriptures to the
500
ancient
years.
Greeks.
Sir Isaac Newton, the Principia Mathematica. No, please, my darling, because before then, it's not accurate. History is written by the victors, okay? So if you're going to start spouting off to me about ancient Greek, okay, you can't give me proof of that. You're going to give me an authoritarian book, which is authored and published, like the Bible, okay?
Okay.
So unless you're going to come with measured facts, figures, repeatable measured facts and figures, I'm not going to have a debate.
So the books by the ancient Greeks weren't written by
you're going to only... So for your argument for the ball, you're going to bring up ancient Greeks. That's your argument for what I'm saying.
No, I'm going back to the...
Why are you going back? Go to now. What is it you're going back to, my friend? The Earth, the Moon and the Sun. Yeah. Please clarify what you're saying.
Okay, so I'm going back before Mr. Isaac Newton.
Don't need to go back before Mr. Isaac Newton. Mr. Isaac Newton's the only reason kids are getting taught gravity in school, because of the Principia Mathematica. That book, my friend, was the book that sealed the deal to explain how water conforms to the exterior of a ball.
I think it's best we leave this conversation.
Brilliant. Jog on. Okay, bye-bye. I'm getting too triggered out here. Harry, here's your keys. I need to go shop. I'm getting too triggered. Here's your keys. I need to go for a shishi right now. Okay, yeah. No, I promise you I won't. I'm getting too motherfucking triggered out here, guys. I'm gonna knock someone out in a minute. I don't like, you know what? I don't like people's attitudes here. And I'm sorry, I'm only human, yeah? I could do edited videos and I could edit myself out getting vexed at people. But when he's calling people a bunch of morons and I'm earwigging that, yeah? He's calling us idiots and telling us we're in a deluded belief system to the woman that was wearing the headscarf. Yeah, I don't appreciate that. So maybe I should take a breather, go and get a drink, take 30 seconds out. Just to let you all know, I've been at work since 4 a.m. this morning. I finished at 8 a.m. but I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to come out and do activism. Probably wasn't the best idea, given the fact that I'm tired. And I've got a dirty, great big jumper on because I thought it was going to be cold. But it's not. It's freaking hot. So Roxanne is out here sweating like a bitch. Sweating like a bitch. So I'm all hot and bothered. I'm all riled up. I don't want to be riled up. I just want to have a calm conversation like I did with that couple. Why can't everyone be like that couple? Do you hear man was going to go back to the ancient Greeks to try and explain where we live? Ah, people are hilarious, man. They're hilarious. His only argument of conjecture was the ancient Greeks. This is how you've got to realise how deluded certain people are, you know. This is their reality. They're in their reality and it's not real. It's not real. They are living a lie. So, I've decided I'm not going to go and use the bathroom. I'm just going to go to this shop real quick, get myself a cold drink and go back into Hyde Park. But I'm not going to go into the shop, I'm not going to go into the shop in Hyde Park because it's like £3 for a bottle of drink. So I'm going to go to this shop that Raymond showed me. It's a little corner shop beside McDonald's. And I'm going to go and get a cold beverage because I am thirsty. I'm going to try and calm it down by the time I get back into Speaker's Corner. Dave Mantle and his gorgeous wife and son hopefully will be coming a little bit later on. And once Dave Mantle, I feel a little bit like we've got some backup once Dave gets there. He's got such a calm demeanour. Like, as much of that can rub off as me as possible, man. I need some of that in my life. That calm, cool, collected vibe that he's got. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Are you serious? Oh, you lot. Do you know what I've done? Oh, this is not even funny. Do you know what I've done, guys? I've left my freaking purse in the car, innit? Ugh. Yeah, I'm an idiot, guys. I'm so sorry taking you on a trek. I've just done all that bopping just to realise that I've left my purse in the car. So Roxanne will not be getting any juice just now. Roxanne's gonna have to stay with her dry throat. Yeah, it feels like that sometimes. It really does. Thank you very much, moderators. Jason, thank you so much. I appreciate you doing what you're doing in the chat room just now. The time for haters has got to go. I mean, we've got to move on from haters. And the people are just going to come in the chat room to cause trouble and be disruptive. Yeah, I'm all for freedom of speech and all that, but when it's pointless and it's being pathetic, just remove it. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, I am genuinely sorry for taking you on this bloody... it's because I'm so tired. I think it's because I'm tired. I'm really not paying attention to the things that I would normally pay attention to. And I could have... Do believe when I got into Hyde Park, I left one of my phones in Harry's car as well. Thought I lost my phone. So the fact that I've done this is just not surprising me at all. And the car is a bit of a bop away as well, so I'm not sure I want to do that. But we'll see. It is hot out here, guys. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in the park and And yeah, I'm going to do the cardinal sin. I'm going to smoke tobacco. In fact, that's what I could do just now. I can make a quick phone call while I'm on the other phone. Let's see. Okay. Dave the Manel has messaged me, and he's saying that he's literally just parking up now. So that is cool. Dave Manel, Andrea, and the gorgeous little Alex should be with us soon. I am just going to make a quick call. Shit. Alright, on that note. Huh? No, not yet, babe. I don't want to. No, I don't want to. I think it's going to be quite too revealing. Like, arms out, legs out. Anyway, I don't really want to talk about that because I'm on the live feed just now, so I don't know what to do. So, I need to get Harry's keys and go back to the car. That guy with the scarf's back again. The one scarf over his face. And that tall guy that told me he came on a flight from America, he's here again, and he's got a different outfit on. So yeah. So all right. So I'm gonna try and do my best here, and I need a drink. I need help, man. All right. I'm hoping Dave Manel's gonna be here shortly, but I need to get to a shop ASAP. I've been streaming for 51 minutes. It's quite a long time, isn't it? Alright, I'll film, okay? Alright, baby, did you phone your friend? How come? How come? Huh? Okay. Yeah? Alright, do you think it would be possible? Hmm? Awesome, baby. I'll call you back in a little bit, yeah? Alright, darling. Love you. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. That's up with the
First of all, I don't think it's a conspiracy. Well, you said there's bullshit. Oh no, that's with. I gave that point. Jules Andoré went down there, and they actually stopped him the first time. The Antarctic. Well, all the countries that have
the Antarctic Treaty has been in place since before the moon landing.
Antarctic Treaty, yeah? But they have full time. Even in recently there was like a change in that to protect so-called certain fish and whatever. But they have a presence down there with a force.
You're not even allowed to look at the shoreline without military permission. You can't go below the 60th parallel.
I don't know how many people are involved
in
preventing you and me from going over the ice wall.
Well, give it a try.
I think that question is a little bit subjective. Wouldn't you agree? I think the question is very belittling in its get-go. How many people would you think would be involved? Have you ever seen the movie Capricorn 1? Have you ever seen the movie Capricorn 1? Has anyone seen the movie Capricorn 1? Have none of you seen the movie Capricorn 1? You have? Okay, so you know what an insult to everyone's intelligence that question is. Now we can leave that question alone, can't we? The joke's up with that now. You've seen the movie, so for you to ask that question, you know how ridiculous that is. Nobody knows the full picture.
I would actually say to
all right, now hold on, let me finish. How many people, how many people know exactly what's going on in the finance department of the company they work for? Do you all know? Do you know the bigger picture of what's going on in the companies that you work for? I don't. I don't know what goes on in the company's office that I work for as finance office. I don't know what the bean counter does, and I really don't know what the remit of the MD is. I just know my little bit, okay? So there's a good analogy for how everyone doesn't need to know. No one needs to be lied to. Compartmentalize, okay? That's not conspiracy. That's a very real conjecture in how people only know their bit. Yeah, the kids that go to primary school don't know how the primary school's all put together and how it's run. Yeah, the guy, I have. Oh, I've answered it perfectly. How many people would be involved in not knowing? And I've just said, I'm giving you an analogy for the answer because that can't be answered, can it?
Why are we being lied to?
What? Do you actually believe? Do you believe the number of people that actually live on this flat plane of existence? You believe the senses of what you're told? Do you?
Do I believe there's billions of people on the planet?
But what's the number?
7, 8?
And do you believe that?
Well,
What's worrying is that everyone believes what they've been taught, but what do you actually know? What do all of you actually know for yourself other than what you've been taught, my friends? I'll tell you what you know. Diddly squat. Do you have your own thoughts? Are your thoughts your own? Answer the question, guys. Are your thoughts your own? Are your thoughts your own, or are they what you've been taught?
That's why we have experts. That's why we have experts.
Exactly.
So you're part of the problem, my friend. You're part of the.
experts
You believe the
don't believe in
experts.
So, no,
You
but it-
believe in
Do
the
you believe in
experts.
expertise?
Do you believe in experts that have been indoctrinated?
Paid.
I'll tell you what they've been indoctrinated with. This. Yeah? Gravity. Gravity still hasn't been proven. My daughter is in year 10. She's taking triple science. She's been taught gravity. She's been asked to memorize it, and she will be asked to regurgitate it, and she will be graded on it, and she will have a successful or an unsuccessful life based off the indoctrination. Oh, my darlings. Do you know what? On that note, my darlings. Sorry, can I just finish? This guy has just talked about my daughter in a derogatory way. I was using it as an
being
example.
directed to you, not to her.
On that note, I'm gone.
So,
Woo! Triggered much. I'll tell you what, guys, I can't deal with pricks like that, you know. Fucking prick. I'm walking away now, so I can. Sorry, guys. So sorry. It's probably just as well, really and truthfully, because I was cussing a whole lot there. I had to walk away from that idiot. I just had to walk away from him. So I am taking a moment to just put my feet. I've taken my shoes off. I need to just. Whew, I need to just chill for a second. There's a lot of people there though. Have a look. Oh, heap of people. Yep, I'm taking a break, bruh. Whole heap of people. Didn't really expect it to be that busy. Obviously, there was no one here last week when it was pissing and rain. And now everyone's come out with their little, oh, I don't know, indoctrination buster. Hooray! Right. I've lost my drink. Harry, did you see my drink? It's pissed me right off, man. I only drank a wee bit of it and I put it down, and then I came back and I was like, no fear. Yeah, nah, Harry hasn't seen my drink either. I'm just gonna dry mouth it, man. Pissed, man. Sorry, I'm just being quiet for a little minute. Will flat earthers be there next week? Maybe, maybe not. The only thing I really wanted to do was do the last Sunday of every month. But Harry twisted my arm today. And he was like, I'm going back to Hyde Park. So, well, I couldn't say no. But I tell you what, jumper is too fucking heavy, man. Too hot. It's got to come on. Right, sorry about that, gang. Too hot. Way too hot. Right, just give me 1 sec. If you need to know more about this, where do you start? I'll tell you where you start. www.festart.co.uk. Jason, any of my moderators, if you're still in the chat, can you put the link in the chat room for that guy? He wants to know more. There's plenty of other places for you to go as well, yeah? But www.festart.co.uk is a good place to start. Well done, Jace. Thank you. Heather Shaw, thank you. Angel Raven, thank you. I'm going to try and keep streaming for as long as I can. I didn't manage to do as much as I wanted to do the other couple of times I've been out. So today, I'm just smoking tobacco. By choice, okay? I thought to myself, what if I get weeded? And then I'm getting triggered because I'm weeded. So I said, all right, let me come out sober as a judge. Let me come out and just be, you know, normal, not under the influence. To be honest with you, I hold on to the days, yeah, where I have positive communications with people, like that couple that I was talking to before. When you have a positive communication like that, one should probably hold on to it as much as possible, like keep that feeling close, because the next 20 conversations you have after that, they might be hard work. And I'll keep telling people, whether they like to hear it or not, what do you know? You don't know nothing, you just know what you've been taught. People don't like hearing it. I didn't like hearing it when I first heard it. And by the way, I'll just show you. See over there? See there? They're still arguing with Dave. They're still arguing with man. They're arguing. It's like they're professional arguers. And me one, I don't want to waste time on professional arguments. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Dave the Manel. Where's Dave the Manel? I need to find Dave. I am so hot, it's ridiculous. The way the sun is blazing on my leg right about now, and I'm out in all black. All because I didn't look at the weather. I really just assumed that it was going to be cold because it was pissing with rain last Sunday. Jason, would you believe I'm actually getting sunburn on my neck right now? Yeah? We were getting pissed on yesterday. See, last week, we were over there, under that tree, in the pouring rain. And now today, look behind me, got everyone sunning it up, look. Everyone's sunning it up in the park today. Yeah, like it's the middle of July. So, do you know what, Jason? That is probably the most valid point I've heard all day. At least the trolls here are themselves, you know? Unless they, what do you call it? They come back with like different hair dye and all sorts of stuff like that. So, yeah, it's mad, it's mad, it's mad. You're right, Jason. At least the ones that come here, we've only got to deal with them. We don't have to deal with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking stock accounts. Aww. Listen, everyone in the chat room, please give full ratings to Jason of the DisBri. Yeah, the guy freaking drove 4 hours in the pouring, lashing rain to come here last week, drenched to the bone. Yeah, 4 hours man drove to come here to speak about the truth on his bike, pissing rain, standing in the pouring rain, then drove his bike to mine, still so... Fuck, I'm getting burnt. Woo. Sorry guys. Oh my gosh. Yo, I could all get a suntan, you know? This is ridiculous. How am I gonna... I can do this. Let me try a thing. Let me try this. See? Can you see? You can't see shit. Alright, one sec. Let me try and set this up. That can go there. That can go there. Maybe, just maybe. Can you see? Can you see stuff? Yeah, I think you can see stuff. I'm giving a little look out for Dave and Andrea just now. I'm just waiting to see if they're going to turn up. I know that Dave's stuck in traffic and he's having issues, major issues, finding a parking space. So, fingers crossed. Don't know if it's going to come back to front, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. I'm just going to show you my jumper that I had on. I say my jumper, but it's slightly Raven's. So, can anybody see this? This is my jumper, my hoodie. I've just taken it off. I'll let you see that. So, on my image, I've got stop believing NASA. Then I've written hashtag red pill. Hashtag the Great Awakening. Concerned citizen. Oh my gosh. Hello, my darling. Long time no see, man. Are you okay? How's things? You good? Massive love and respect to you, brother. The Great Awakening hashtag. And I've got www.festart.co.uk. Right on, brother. Concerned citizen, man. Much love and respect to you, man. Love you, man. I really do, man. From day one, I saw you on YouTube, and you were talking to the camera. A lot of things resonated with me with you. I'm so glad to see you about. I haven't seen much of you lately, man. I'm just sending much love and respect to you, and I hope everything's all right with you. It's really good to see you in the chat room. Really good. Yeah, man. It's right back at you, man. The love's there, man. The love's there. Harry was watching a couple people yesterday. Who was Mikey out with? Mikey was live yesterday. Mikey Smith. Mikey was out with some people. Harry was watching. I had to go to bed, man. I had work at 4 o'clock this morning. But listen, Canada's doing big bits with FE Truth right about now. I just want to say that, yeah? The Canadians are doing big bits. Big bits. Super proud of that, man. Super proud. I'm super proud of everyone that's got the fucking stamina to stand up and be counted and could go out there and have human interactions with people. Real life human interactions. It's all one thing flat smacking people online, going into chat rooms and giving them truth and that. But see when you're out here, in the real world, you know, it's a different thing. And everyone that's been out here, and I'm not just talking about in London, I'm talking about everywhere across the international flat plane of existence, yeah? Everyone that's come out and had real life human interactions knows what it takes to do that, yeah? You're made of some stronger stuff, people. The people that are out there talking about the real truth with people, especially with people that are not up for hearing it, yeah? Full respect goes to you. Yeah, you're on a different level if you're taking it to that extreme. And it is an extreme, because I've talked to enough of my social friends to know that it is. The amount of my friends that say to me, wow, man, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you get out there and you do it. And these are people that are my personal friends, people that I haven't met online, people that I've known. Like, some people can't relate to how we're out here doing this. Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm starting to hear from people. Like, I just don't know how you lot, like, I just couldn't do that. I just could, you know, even if I knew we weren't on the ball, I don't know if I could get to the level where I'm out there talking. Why is it that important to you? Why is it that important to me? I think it comes down to passion, drive, and your own emotions. No one can make anybody come out onto the streets, you know. No one can make anyone. Don't matter how much love the person's got for you, how much they go, oh look, troll alert, Jason, everyone, oh look, major troll alert, look who's here, guys. Where's my hand? Look who's here. Troll 101, man. Him right there, man. Fuck. Trolls are coming back in full freaking force. Look at him. Look, he's activating on the globe flex, trying to put all of those people back to sleep, you know. Look, waving his arms around. Trust me, it's not about me. Harry's close to him. Harry's going to move to him in a minute. But that guy there, man, he's here every week to tell people they're on a ball. He's here every week to tell people they're on a ball. Look, no. Look, he's arguing with people that are awake. Ah, this is fun. Oh, this is almost too much fun. I'm going to have to split. I'm going to have to go over there. Can't take it. I'm going to have to deal with it. Guys, stay there. I'm not coming offline. Oh, you're going to get this. Watch this. Stay there. Yeah, I'm bopping now. One sec. You see the cameras on the Fed van. Look at all the cameras. TV. Smell for the cameras. Smell for the cameras. My feet are too hot to be in my trainers anymore, man. Barefoot in it.
But you're just trying to ramble.
Now listen to this.
The Bedford Levels experiment, which has been reviewed. If I ask you a question, I never said the earth was flat. I asked him a question, and you won't allow me to carry on. No, I asked you a question. No.
Sorry, can I ask what the question was? Sorry, can I ask what the question was, darling?
Oh, so he's saying
I'm butting in because he's not letting you speak. What was the question?
All I asked the guy was this, right?
Yeah.
There are there's no such thing as space.
No, we're trying to have a question here.
That's fine.
I can't hear if you're
Therefore,
about
there
that
can't be
on.
satellites in space. But there are satellites.
I'm not going to be.
So this thing is that
So how am I going to get you to stop it then? No, you can't tell me how to talk.
Because they have to have satellites.
I can't shout.
But the only way they can go if there's no space is they
As you were
have to be
saying,
held
I'm an old man.
When I put
You can't win a fight with me though. Quite sure.
apparently it's the Vatican.
You can't.
And then you know
So don't get no fucking foolishness in your head. You won't win. Take it away, boy.
Why don't you stop playing music around people that are talking? Yeah? Cool, but you were playing it really loud, yeah? Okay, cool. Bye-bye.
You think you could come to terrorize me or
What
frighten me? Fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No. I asked a question.
Got it on selfie, by the way, yeah?
Listen,
Go for it.
we're here to learn, right? That's all it is, right? I asked him a question. If I am on the beach,
Go for it. I'm listening. I'm listening. He's being disrespectful.
water must be flat.
Last week, you were saying way to me last week. He's a bit of a prolific person at doing
well, you
it.
sound like somebody that don't want nobody else to say
He
anything.
doesn't.
That
He'll
don't
let you
believe.
speak 2 words and then he'll go over you. What? Can you tell me what you wanted to
What
say?
I was asking him is this, right?
And then look,
As a matter of learning, I said if I'm standing on the beach, right, and they say the horizon is 13 miles away, right, that is perspective. When the sun comes over, I can watch it. When it gets to what appears to be the horizon to me, right, it disappears. I say the sun set. So I asked him a question. If I put him in a boat, right, and send him out before the sunset, right? I'm talking to him on the walkie-talkie, right? I'm going to say to him, now you keep on until what appears to be the horizon to me, right? They say 13 miles, right? So I'm going to send him out in a boat to 13 miles. That's where the sun sets to me, at the horizon, right? All I ask him is this. When you get to 13 miles, or even if I send you 14 miles, right? And the sun comes over. When I say to him, the sun has no set, right? I want to know what is he seeing. Is the sun setting for him too? When it sets for me at 13 miles, and he's sitting 13 miles away, right? Is the sun still up? Or has it set also for him?
That's a good question.
And all he's doing, right, is calling me names. That's all he's doing. That's all I'm asking him. You know?
So,
what I'm basically asking.
So, one of them are, this is the thing, they say you don't believe anything that they can't find out for themselves, so they reject anything but empirical evidence, right? And then one of them said to me, well look, if there's a space station up there, in that particular part of the ionosphere or whatever it's in, the temperature is 1100 degrees centigrade. How that's made of aluminium, which melts at a far lower temperature than that, doesn't it melt? And I didn't have the answer to that, and I'm meant to be a computer scientist. But I went home and I kind of did my research and I checked it out. And it's actually really simple. But the higher you get, the closer you get to a vacuum, the less atoms there are, and it's atoms that need to interact that produce heat in gases and fluids. So even though technically the atoms that are up there are heated to that temperature, there's not enough of them to interact with any body.
Another argument.
That sounds like a long story to me, my friend.
But that's science. That's the science.
That's the indoctrination.
Sorry, another argument. Another argument I always see from flat earthers is NASA.
Then why are you saying flat earthers? Why are you saying
NASA?
Why whatever? Why are you being rude? Why are you going whatever?
Whatever. NASA.
I don't want to have a conversation with someone that says whatever. Don't whatever me then. Don't whatever me. I'm not a flat earther. I'm a globalist denier. So
I wasn't even talking to you.
I'm talking to you though. This is Speaker's Corner. I can talk to you if I want.
What's the difference?
Is this a group of people? Are you having a private conversation?
I wasn't speaking to you specifically.
Right. I'm here with these people that you're talking about. Okay, so that's why I interjected, but I wasn't rude. You were first. You went whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
You were being dismissive. Why were you being dismissive? I'm a human being and you're a human being. You're one of those people, aren't you? You're one of them whatever man.
What does that mean?
One of whatever man.
What does that mean? You were there.
Your kind of people. Rude individual. You're a rude individual. That dismissive. No, I'm not, man. No, I'm not. I hope you make yourself feel better. I don't need to stop. Man's getting rude. Man's getting rude. Are you touching me?
Don't film me.
Don't film me all I want. Get in. I'll film you all I want. Prick. Yeah? Prick. Certified prick. Sorry. So I'm here. I'm home. I'm fine. Yeah? The guy got carted off like a bad smell. Yeah? Everything's fine. Man tried to launch me and my phone. I'm absolutely fine, Dave. Thank you, my darling. I'm cool. I've got the crew around me, yeah? Nothing can't happen to me, you know? Nothing can't happen to me. It's cool. You think people can violate me, though, on the roads and get away with it? Man must think I'm fucking scared. And because of that, he's trying to size up a fucking girl. What a prick. What a fucking prick. Sorry.
Why was he taking your phone up here?
What? Because I was filming myself and he was in the actual shop. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was in the shop. Oh, baby. He wasn't ready for Daddy going on the megaphone, wasn't he?
No, I mean, he's sleeping and like he makes like the loudest noise. It pierces his ears.
So I was standing there, talking to someone, and he tried to call us.
Yes.
He went, "These stupid flat earthers," and I went, "Excuse me?" And he went, "Whatever, man, whatever, man." And I went, "No, not whatever. I'm not a flat earther. I'm a globalist denier." He went, "I'm not talking to you anyway." And I went, "Well, this is Speaker's Corner. And as far as I'm aware, this is not a private discussion, so I can interject whenever I want." I'm filming myself. Andrea. Do you know what he tried to do? He tried to go like that. And launched me. So I went for him, and then I got dragged back by Harry. And he walked off on unsundry. Probably to go and change his top and put a hat on so that he can come back incognito. Madness. And what was worse was, see these people? They were ready to let him launch me. All these people that are stood here right now, they haven't even gone nowhere. This guy, all he did after the guy walked away was shake his head. I said, what were you going to do at the time? You're just going to let man launch a woman like that? That's madness. People will let men beat up a woman on road and not do nothing.
Because we live in a patriarchal system.
Look, I did the right thing. I'm trying half grounded myself. I took off my shoes and went,
Shame, man. When we were walking up, I said, oh, it looks a bit like, because Harry looked like he was doing the bouncer thing.
Yeah, Sooty is right. And you know what, sorry, to all my viewers, I know I'm rolling live and I know I've kept it live. I need to apologise for that. I'm just standing my ground, yeah, like everybody else here. Everybody else here is butting into people's conversations, giving their 2 cents worth, chiming in when they want to, and I did just that. He tried to dismiss us all as flat earthers, yeah? Flat earthers. That label has such a negative connotation. I wanted to stand up for myself and say, no, actually, I'm a globalist denier. Me, myself, and I'm talking about you. I'm talking about these stupid people here. I'm one of them, you idiot. I'm one of them, so you're talking about me. And that's how it started. So, I'm moving on, guys. I'm over it. I'm ever so sorry, and I will try to not let that happen again. And to Raymond, if you're watching, I'm so sorry that just went down like that. And yes, you're completely right. I probably shouldn't be coming here without you. And yeah, I'll make sure that you're with me next time. Maybe that wouldn't have happened if I had someone like you standing beside me. So, but I don't know if anybody saw before that all kicked off, I was speaking to this lovely Bayesian man. He's from Barbados. Got the most beautiful accent. It sounds like he's singing. And he had a really good question. Do you know the troll that was having a go at us? That guy that had the bag over in the baldy head. He's here again in a grey jumper. He's absconded now as well. Oh no, he hasn't. Look, Andrew, he's here. Look, black strap over his bag and the grey jumper and the jeans. That troll. Yeah. He was standing with him, and he didn't want me to say anything either. So. That's why I'm just going to say to the chat room, I'm so appreciative of you all being here with me. And yeah, things are going to happen. I can't edit that out. I can't edit my natural reactions to things out. And I know as much as we're all trying to stay cool, calm, collective and have that positive energy, when you're in the heat of the moment, I feel like those of us that have a backbone, we do come out swinging, whether it's verbally or... And I hold my ground. I'm not a mealy-mouthed woman. If someone tries to conject me, I'm going to stand my ground. And then when he went to hit me, I called him a fucking prick, and I felt like I had the right to, because he went to lunge me, and I went, you're a prick. You were going to hit a woman, like, you're a prick. And then when I called him a prick, he went even Mike Tyson on me. And I was like, really? What, here now? Come on then. What is it you're going to do to a woman? Stop fucking filming me. I was on a selfie cam, filming myself. I took my phone out my hand. So I know that the police would have something to say about that. You can't do them things. So again, I'm explaining myself because I know the stream might have been interfered with because I got a phone call at the time and I'm not sure what you heard or what you saw. So I'm just apologising for my reactions. All I could do was stand my ground. The guy tried to grab my phone out of my hands when he wasn't getting filmed in the first place. He was a selfie cam. So, you know, you can't be taking other people's properties out of their hand. And by the way, I'm not even on my phone. I'm on Harry's phone. So it's not even my phone the guy's grabbing. So I don't really want Harry to come to me and go, oh, look, where's my phone? Not that he's going to do that, but, you know, it's just not... You just can't do that to people. You can't violate people like that. It's not okay. And if people down in Speaker's Corner think that kind of behaviour is okay, then we need to radically change how people perceive this place, because that's probably why there's not a lot of women here, because they feel threatened.
Well, this is again, this is just a snapshot of the world, and it's very. I mean, if you pan across, there's two women there on their own.
On their own.
Maybe you should go and talk to them.
I'm still a bit triggered from them.
Yeah,
I'm still a bit.
I understand.
I might end up going at them at like gas mark 9.
Yeah, I'm wondering where Dave is.
I think he's probably pacifying Alex somewhere lovely, isn't he?
He is, because he'll feel bad about like triggering his own son.
It's a shame, isn't it? So, I appreciate every single one of you that's watching just now. We're having a bit of a busy day. We've been to the park this morning, had the old Bill called on us. Yeah. Dave told you we had a close shave with the police, leaving Crystal Palace Park. And then we went from Crystal Palace Park to Hyde Park. Is Crystal Palace Park a royal park? No. Okay. Well, we went from one park to a royal park.
Which is what Dave said to the police yesterday, because they were talking about chalk being... what's it called? When you're...
Yes.
And he said, I was in a royal park yesterday and there was no problem using chalk. So I think not.
Well done. Well done. So as you can see, everybody's chit-chatting.
So who have we got here today?
Okay, Eco Dave, this guy. He just turned up about an hour ago, actually. This guy's a bit of a flat earther. I say flat earther, I'm sick of that word now. I'm sick of those words.
Yeah.
It's like if I never say the words flat earther again, it'll actually be too soon. If I never say it again.
Well, because it's been very clearly
stereotyped.
Yeah.
I feel that the words flat earth and flat earthers have got negative connotations to them. People don't take you seriously as soon as you say the words flat earth.
Well, and then you add a female into the mix, and then you're definitely not going to be listening to it.
So, but I think so far so good. Yeah, there's been a couple of bumps on the way, but you know, despite all the disinformation agents that are here, we're doing quite well. A lot of red pills are getting dropped. We're getting somewhere with it. Well done, Harry. Yeah.
a good end.
I love it when I see a handshake going on, man. That is like the best, isn't it? That is the best. Right, I need to go and ask Harry a quick favour. Harry? Sorry to be like biggest pain in the ass ever.
Sorry?
I'm sorry to be the biggest pain in the ass ever. Could you either give me £2 or give me your car key, because I've left the £3 I had in your car.
I haven't got cash with me, so I'll have your key.
Yep. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, pal. Of course I will. Okay, so I've left my change in the car, Andrea, so I'm just going to go and get my change so I can get a cold drink. I need like £2. Are you sure? Yeah.
Just have a quick ride through that guy's not
Right. I'm going to give him...
You only need to, you sure you don't want more? Huh? You don't need more?
Oh, no, no.
And then...
Where are you going with that?
I'm just going to get a cold drink, Harry. I'm not going to go to the cab. I'll go to the shop and not look through the crowd.
You're going that way,
Yeah. I'll go on the grass. Sorry, gang. I'll take Ray on the phone. I'll go on the video camera, Harry. I'll go on the video camera, yeah? That way if something did happen, you'd be on camera, so... Oh yeah, I've definitely made an enemy. That guy definitely wants to knock me out. Definitely.
But I don't think he'd do it now.
No, I don't think he would do it now either. I think he would be fucking stupid to do it now, to be honest, you know? I'm literally just going to go and get a cold drink. I had one, and I put it there and it was okay. I'm so thirsty. And it's way hotter than I thought it was going to be, Andrea. Come out in a bloody jumper. Took the dog for a walk. That was enough for me. Right, there's only some leaves in there. However, I've got a charger that I need to use for this phone. Right. Gang. Whoops, sorry, gang. Right, cool. Okay, I'll be back in a second, darling. All right. So, orientation is locked. Okay, so my drama has been saved by Andrea. I'm such a scatterhead today. I've like literally left everything in her car. So that's just like a bum sit. And you know, like all from that time I went shop, still haven't had a drink. Like slyly haven't had a drink since Crystal Palace this morning. And do you know how hot it is out here? I know right now my partner's going to be shaking his head going, make sure you drink, babe. So, and just for out of interest, as much as I'm out here now, I'm back at the organ grinder job at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Life is fun, hey? Hold on, just bear with me. Whoop. Okay. Can you see? There's all the people. There they are. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the phone still. There it is. Okay. So, for those that are watching, I'm about to just quickly bop back over this road, go get myself a cold beverage so I can carry on with this. So right now I'm feeling a little bit wobbly legged and lightheaded. But it's all good. It is all good in the hood. I love it. No cycling, whatever. We'll just cycle anyway. Love that. Okay, so Ray, if you're watching, that's my partner. I'm going to go to the shop now and I'm going to call you in a bit when I get back into the park. But you can see I'm okay. What's the organ grinder job, Roxanne? Any job that's on a PAYE that you have to pay tax for, that you're working for someone else. You're working to make someone else rich, someone else profitable, someone else's success. That's the organ grinder. Yeah? The reason it's the organ grinder is because every day you go to work, for every 40-hour week you put in, for all those extra overtime hours, you're just grinding your own shit away. Yeah? Grinding your own life away. If you work in in situations that are corrosive to your lungs, to your back, any of that. It's just grinding away at you, right? And anyway, we're all weakened by our jobs. How many of us have PAYE jobs where we do a mundane job? How many of us feel good about it? Yeah, some people that work in customer services and all that, they love to troubleshoot and they get a lot out of their job satisfaction and all that. Well, no, sorry, I didn't have that experience. I was a liaison officer for over half a decade for a main contractor. And am I really going to say that I took home job satisfaction for doing construction builds? No. Yeah, maybe some people that work in Marks and Spencer's or Walmart and they work in the customer service department, maybe that's what does it for them. And if that was what does it for them, I'd like to tell them, right, you need to get out more. You need to live a little. You need to understand that there's more than just a 40-hour week job and a pension to want for in life. Yeah. We'll all go to school until we're in our 20s. Then we get our job until we're in our 70s. And if we're lucky enough to get 10 years of our life left, we've got that to enjoy. Nah, it's an organ grinder. So that's probably a long answer for a short question. But I think if any of you were to speak to my fiance, he would tell you Roxanne's famous for using 5,000 words when she only has to use 5. So yeah, I'm gonna excuse my long-winded answer, but that's just me. So yeah, that's what an organ grinder job is. Organ grinder job. Awesome, Rich. 007, you're rendering, yeah? Well, Rich is another awesome creator. If anyone's in the chat room, go check out 007's channel. Just click his name. Go look at his channel, click that subscribe button, man, and look at his content. You know what? I could get into that as well. I could be here for half an hour. Jason of the DisBri. Yeah, check out Jason of the DisBri's channel as well. Check out his website, www.festart.co.uk. That is a strong recommendation for you. Sorry. Now I need to sort my life out. I'm in the shop, trying to pull the change out my pocket, and all I'm doing is putting my cigarette out my pocket. Good fun. Whoops, sorry. Right, let me get a drink. I know you lot are going to have a go at me for this as well. You're going to tell me about not getting any Coke, but sometimes needs must. Have they got cherry Coke? Pepsi. Whatever happened to cherry Coke, I wonder. Right, let's go and see boss. Get our Coke. Can you say hi? I'm live on YouTube. Can you say hi? Hi. There you go. Oh, no. Hi. Thank you. So, that's the shop owner for next to Hyde Park. If anyone is at Hyde Park and they want to get a reasonably priced drink, what's the shop called?
Food and Wine.
Food and Wine. Come to this shop, look. Don't pay £3 for your drink. Come to the Food and Wine shop. Oh, if everyone's going to get on my case about drinking Coke. Haha, he sold you an umbrella last week. I love it. This shop is the shop. For anyone who wants to come to Speaker's Corner and not get ripped off with London prices, go to the shop. You can get all sorts of stuff. You can get alcohol, you can get cigarettes, you can get umbrellas if it's raining. Like, man's got all sorts. So quick shout out to the shop owner, keeping us stocked on what we need, because that there, my friends, okay, that right there, that is the start of Oxford Street. Yeah, that goes all the way down and crosses Regent Street and eventually gets down to Tottenham Court Road. So basically, if you want to go and buy a drink in any of those shops down there, good luck to you, because you'll be paying about £4.50 for one of these. Me, I got champagne taste and lemonade money, so I'm not trying to pay no £4 for a Coca-Cola. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of done with this place. I'm done with that. Done. I'm not feeling them at all. I'm not friends with McDonald's anymore, man. Like, I'm gonna sound like Chris Cece from Westchester Counter. Don't get me started. Don't freaking get me started. But so what I'm gonna do before I get back into Hyde Park, I should probably show you this for those of you that don't live in the UK. This here, my friends, is Marble Arch. Yeah? That, my friends, is Marble Arch. Hold on, let's see this. Look at this. And do believe it's not just called Marble Arch for the sake of it being in Marble Arch. This thing is marble. The whole thing. Marble. The whole thing. The whole thing. No, I don't mess with McNuggets, you know. No, I haven't fucked with McNuggets for a long time, man. In fact, I'm not even sure. Even within the last 10 years, I've fucked with nuggets. Me and nuggets don't get on. We haven't got on forever. So, guys, I'm so thirsty. Please forgive me, but I'm so thirsty. I need to drink something now. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Sorry guys, I've got my jumper on and all sorts. Okay. I'm just gonna ask you to just let me light this for a second, yeah? Cigarette. I'm trying to reconnect, guys. Doing my best, y'all. See me? Okay. So yeah, someone did nick my water. I had a nice drink of water. I got it in a bottle. Yeah, I got it in a bottle, a glass bottle, and I thought I was doing well. I've even got my structured water taught to me by Robert Spreadborough. Robert Spreadborough is Kimmy's husband. Robert Spreadborough has his own channel, and when I went to go and visit them, Robert was teaching me about structured water. H3O2. No? Yeah, H3O2. H3O2 is what structured water is. If you want to go into the ergonomics of what it is, please go and look at Robert Spreadborough's channel. I can't put it in the chat room, I don't have the facilities to do so. But if you put that in Robert Spreadborough's channel, it will come up with it, and it's really, really interesting. Really interesting. I hadn't looked into it too much beforehand, but a lot of people say distilled water is the best. But after listening to what Robert had to say about structured water, jury's out on that one now. Robert's an awesome guy, you know. The guy, I'm hoping it's all right for me to say this, but the guy never actually watched TV growing up. He's not fully brainwashed like all of us. He's like not there with it like we are. So I feel like it gives him such an advantage on his ability to think freely, because most of our thoughts are based on our influences, right? So for me, I'm down to hear from people that haven't been brainwashed. In fact, I'd rather hear from people that haven't been brainwashed. But what I mean by brainwashed is gone to school and completely accepted the indoctrination system, watched TV from childhood, bought into the whole Disney thing as a kid, bought into the whole, you know, what was it, BBC in the broom cupboard with, what is it, Andy Peters and Gordon the Gopher, going live with Sarah Greenberg and Philip Schofield on a Saturday morning. We were sucked in, guys. Sucked the fuck in. How many of us, as kids, looked forward to the comic relief appeal show? Red Nose Day, Pudsey the Bear, yeah? Live Aid, Bono, concerts. We were sucked the fuck in, yeah? And I know it's difficult. It's difficult for some people to just leave all that behind and go, taking my last foot off of this lie ship, yeah? But trust me, the metamorphosis that you will go through as a human being after you fully leave the lies that you've been brought up with, I'm telling you, it's like, the analogy to me is like going into a cocoon and coming out as a butterfly. Yeah, you go in to the truth as a caterpillar, you cocoon yourself in the research. Once you've done enough research on what the fuck's going on, you will flourish and blossom like a butterfly. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. But some people get too comfortable in the cocoon. They go into the cocoon and then they go, actually, I feel safe in here. I'm not in the lie anymore. I don't know what you lot are talking about, but I know I don't live on a ball and I'm sticking here. Telling you, that is probably more unhealthy than staying in the indoctrination itself. This is something we've got to talk about, people. Eventually, we've got to talk about this. We've got to talk about when our loved ones get halfway there and then get stuck because they can't take that last leap of faith that you're telling them. Take the foot off, man. Take that last foot off. Okay? Take it off. Some of our loved ones can't quite do that. I've had a conversation with a couple of people. I won't name no names. A couple of people I've spoke to on the phone this week. Touched heads about a couple things that's going on outside of the online community with our families and stuff. And, you know, we've got to try and promote self-help. Yeah, we don't have to preach to the converted. We don't have to tell people how to live their lives. But listen, if we, you know, you can only take a horse to water. You can't make it drink. So, you know, all I would do in that situation is set a good example of how to drink the water. If you're following the analogy of what I'm saying. Show people how you can wake up and still live a happy and prosperous life as a result of it. Because it will give our family members the confidence to take that last leap, you know? Take that last leap and say, yeah, bang, I'm there. I'm all the way there. So yeah, sorry for me waffling away. I'm back now. I'm back in the cut. Beautiful Andrea. A gorgeous boy. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to kick back then. I'm going to kick back for a second, Andrea. Don't worry, I'm not going to light this up. It's not actually lit. It's just today.
Oh, it's alright. Yeah, no,
he can't help himself. He's a globe activist. Yeah. He's actually activating on behalf of the globe.
Them that a droplet of water shows this curvature.
Oh, fuck. Well, a minute ago he was talking about the ionosphere and why the ISS doesn't melt and stuff. So what Andrea is telling me is that troll in the grey jumper's back. Remember I told you about him, guys? He was activating as a troll. Me going over to try and save the situation nearly got me beaten up by someone. So that's the kind of emotions that troll is inflicting on people. So I was going to walk over there and then I just thought twice and I went, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'll leave the troll to his own devices just now. Oh, that guy in the hat's a regular one as well.
The guy in the blue, the navy blue t-shirt holding the iPad up.
Yeah.
He's busy sort of heckling Dave.
He's covering because he doesn't want me to film him. Have you noticed that he keeps looking at us and you can see where I'm pointing my phone?
Then I reckon he's here on purpose.
Yeah. But see the guy with the Sainsbury's bag?
Yeah, he's always here.
Yep. He doesn't do full-blown troll.
No.
But if he gets a chance, he'll argue.
Yeah.
Jason, you're absolutely right, yeah? You said it earlier. The one thing we don't have to deal with here is sock accounts. Like we deal with online. But I would rather deal with this than sock accounts. Because at least here there's a real human being and you can say, why did you say that? But when you're dealing with sock accounts, you could be there for 4 hours on your comments feed and not get anywhere and just go, oh my God. I never see a face. I never see a human and not know if you're talking to a bot or not. That's the worst. I've done that a couple of times, Andrew. I've had a comment and it doesn't make any sense and I'm going, is that a human or an android? I don't know what's going on there.
You live in Disneyland.
Yeah, man. And this guy with the grey top, see the body language he's doing? That's all to provoke us.
Yes.
You see when he's doing that? The grey jumper guy.
And he talks to the
crowd. Look, that's the guy. Do you remember he told me, I've just got off a flight from New York and I saw the curve, so I know. Ah, Harry. Harry, do you remember the rude guy that told me I've just got off a flight from New York, so I know it's
he's here every week.
He's here. So he didn't get off a flight from New York. Definitely not with those dusty Dr. Martens he's got.
Have you seen how they're going? No.
What? No. I did exactly what you said. I walked that way and I went to it. And Jason, I told the guy in the shop, I said, can you say hi to everyone? I said, listen, if you come to Hyde Park, come to this guy's shop. Jason went, that's the guy that sold me the umbrella last week. I said, see, even if it's raining, you can get an umbrella.
Or share it with me if you see him, will you?
Yeah, I will. My guess is he's going to go and change his top. This is brilliant. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Is the football flat like the football pitch? Because you play football with a ball.
No, not what? If all the balls on a snooker table are round, does that make the snooker table round?
No, but the snooker table is the space, and the balls are the
And
planets
this is the
and the
space we play
stars.
on. This is
The balls are the planets and the
You cannot play your
stars.
football on a ball. You play your football on the pitch. You play your basketball on the pitch.
I got to stay away from that guy with the grey jumper because he just makes me shout straight away. He triggers every negative charge in my body.
That's because he's here to
Yeah, he's not healthy. Yeah, Jason of the DisBri family's just gone, I love Dave. Love Dave. I think we all love Dave. I think Andrea started to accept that it's not just Andrea that loves Dave. Men and women from all walks of life love Dave. Dave the Love Manel. Yeah, I'm firmly staying on this side of the fence. I'm not sure it's safe for me to go on that side of the fence. I'm seeing a couple of young guys lurking that look like they might be friends of that guy I had an argument with. So I'm staying on this side of the freaking fence.
We don't know what's coming up and how.
Have you ever seen the ocean? It's a serious question. Have you ever seen his thing?
Have you ever? Fucking hell. Doing that in the head, trying to make out he's crazy.
The guy in the grey. Whoa, whoa, shh, shh, he says to Dave. Have you ever seen the ocean? Yeah. Yeah.
Daddy's on stage, Alex. He's on stage.
It's okay. Daddy's singing. La la la. Singing. He's singing. Eating your croissant. Eating your croissant. Yummy, yummy.
And it's on as well, and the batteries were 11 quid, weren't they? Dave said the batteries were fucking £11. He was absolutely fuming. And then it switched on, and I'm like, shh, let's not tell him he did that, okay? Let's pretend it never got left on. I'm wondering, would we get in trouble for it? I think we would. I'm not sure. I wouldn't want to risk it and get told to get out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think we've won the battle and lost the war if that happens. But I do think as an exit piece, yes, I think it's and I think we should enter and exit with the same amount of volume. And I think if we don't, it's sacrilege. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna try and film it without getting triggered, Andrea. Okay? May the force be with me, darling.
And to bring you some love, I'll get back to you in a little while. To bring you some love, to say that you are divine. This is actually all about you. If they've deceived us about this, right, think about this. If they've deceived us about this, why would they have done such a miserable thing? Have they hidden land from us? Have they said, no, we're going to keep you under control?
Can I ask you a quick question, please? On your own terms.
This is what I'm asking you to consider, that you might well be far more important
than me. You're very important.
No one wants to hear that.
How does that feel?
So if I start on a point, say on the equator, and I go due east,
The magnetic north will pull you in. Yeah, the magnetic north will pull you in. Yeah.
You have a concept of due east.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll go around, and that'll be a certain.
Yeah.
That's assuming that you go by compass.
Hold on. So I'll go around.
We're not going to. This is.
Hold on. As I go out.
I don't have time for this.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask a question? Just a quick question. And recently, a quantum physicist, and well, he's got quite a few credentials, to be honest with you. He's got a YouTube channel. What, pardon?
What's their name?
He lives in Worthing. His name's Dr. John Dennell. Okay, he's got more letters after his name than he's got for his name.
Okay.
Him and others like him, another guy in the States, has also taken an infrared image at sea level. Okay, done to the scientific method. They've uploaded their content. They've done it to the scientific method. They've put all of the information on there. It's done properly. The infrared image shows over 200 kilometers of distance via infrared across sea level.
Okay, well, infrared wavelengths are no different than...
Are you coming here next week?
I'd come here every week.
Perfect. Will you do me a favour? Just do me a favour. Will you have a look at the content? It's Dr. John D. Okay, his credentials are all on his channel. But he's got a website. He's got. I'm just saying, quick pro quo.
Yes, of course I will, yes.
You could have a look and just tell me what you think of that.
I will have a look, because it can't happen under normal conditions at sea level, right?
With an infrared lens, it can.
No, I mean, listen, I know about infrared.
I'm sure you do. This is why I'm asking you, because you've got a camera.
Infrared is just a non-visible wavelength. It's
correct.
No different
but
form of
it
light.
It reduces the atmospheric interference. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not using the right words. So
I am.
Don't quote me on that. But what I'm saying is, I can visibly see what he's depicting in his video as 200 kilometers away. And that's why I said you may as well watch the content and have a look at what he's saying. Me having that argument.
But these guys would, if I was showing that as a video to show the other side, immediately they would say it's faked.
No, but
because it's CGI.
Of course.
But your one, because it supports it.
But no, hold on. Can I finish?
The
guy that I'm talking about is actually down in Selsey.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
He's asked people to come and view him doing this. He's asked people.
If he's a scientist, he should ask them to recreate the experiment.
He has done. That's why I'm asking you to go and look at his channel, because he has. He's put all of the documentation on there. He's told everyone his credentials and why it's important to do it to the scientific method. Him doing it once is no good. It has to be repeated and observed. So he has encouraged a lot of people to do that, and a lot of people have done it. We've got people in America, we've got people in Europe, in Greece, we've got people in Belgium, we've got people in Denmark, who have all repeated this test that he's done, and they have shown it to be accurate. So with that being said, could we pause that and have this conversation next week? Because there's no point in me talking any more about it. But Dr. John D, and if you go to his channel, he will then show you links for...
And what university is he with? And where are his qualifications from?
For me, I'm not going to be able to recite that off my memory, which is why I'm saying I'm not shouting I'm not shouting it from the rooftops.
I'm ever so slightly sceptical.
That's fine.
About a quantum physicist with
my
a
friend,
YouTube channel talking about things.
That's why I said you'd have to see it for yourself, because he's very reluctant.
I'd be laughed
he's
at
extremely reluctant in making the content on YouTube in the first place.
Because you could never be able to have anything
so that's why I said,
people wetting
that's why I'm not shouting this from the rooftops. I'm appealing to you as an individual, and I'm saying, all right, you seem like out of all of these people I've spoken to today, you probably seem like the most critical thinker out of everyone I'm speaking to. You don't seem to look left and look right for people's reactions before you say something. Exactly. So for me, I heard you earlier on with the other guy. I think the guy was from the Caribbean. I heard you saying, well, I'm a scientist. That's my field. So out of all of these people, there's no point in me telling Tom, Dick and Harry to go and look at this channel because I don't feel like it's going to resonate with them. I feel like you, with your scientific background, you're going to either come back to me next week and go, right, this is what it's lacking.
I'm not particularly interested in his channel, but if he's a legitimate physicist, then I will be able to find papers that he has published about the subject. If he hasn't published any papers on the subject, then as far as I'm concerned, anything he's doing on YouTube is just a hobby.
I think I'm really excited to hear what you tell me next week.
He's not doing it as a scientist.
I mean, I'm excited for you to talk to me next week about this because every conjecture you have, this guy's
because the whole point of science is these guys get it wrong. It's not being told stuff and accepting it without questioning it. It's somebody discovering what they think might be a thing and saying to all of the other people in that field, I just did this.
Right, but the only argument they've got,
is gravity. Because if we can all reproduce it, it probably
and their main argument is gravity, okay? Because that's the one thing that can't be measurably.
But again, it's also the easy target because we don't understand gravity yet.
It's an easy target, my friend. It's a Principia Mathematica. That's why it's an easy target. But it is. You understand why, though, right?
I do. But yes.
Because a tree falling, an apple falling out of a tree, and one person writing a book, and an entire civilization getting educated on it, it's not good enough.
But it's all worked. When we send things,
density and buoyancy and buoyancy works.
When we send
our atmosphere itself is dense.
First World War. Right?
We have different densities. Can I just finish? We have different densities from very thin up there, very thin up there to water down here, and then even thicker water underneath. There's underwater lakes that are even more dense than the water that they're underneath, right? Okay, so density and buoyancy before gravity came along explained everything. The reason gravity came out was it was a missing link to explain why water. Can I finish? It was a missing link. I will let you speak, I promise. It was the missing link for why water conforms to a ball. Once the Principia Mathematica was written, that missing link was niched, and there we have it.
Right. Can I just say that density and buoyancy is an observation, not a theory. Okay? We can observe density and we can observe differing densities. That doesn't say anything about the nature of density other than that we can observe it. So that is an observation, it's a valid observation, but what we would seek to do is to explain why that phenomenon occurs. That's what science does. You observe a thing and then you try experiments to try and find ways to understand it. And then those experiments, you try to have it.
You understand why gravity is our biggest conjecture, because gravity.
That's science.
But the only reason we have a main argument with gravity is gravity is the main thing.
Well, yes, because Newton observed a thing. He observed something.
He observed the apple being more dense than the air around it.
Exactly. He observed.
No, but this is what I'm saying. He observed the apple being more dense than the air around it. The twig, the stem that was holding the apple onto the tree, was no longer strong enough to sustain the density of the apple, which is why it released the apple, and then the apple had to fall because the apple is denser than the air around it.
But the apple's denser than the water, and if it falls in the water, it still floats.
Yeah, well, we've got explanations for that.
No, but
that's buoyancy, my darling. I'll give you it right now. 1 sec. Yeah? I'll give you the example you want, sweetheart. He's lost his battle with me already. He knows he's lost. That's why he's not getting home. He's walked away. Because he's lost. You don't wait for me to give him the information he needs about buoyancy because he knows he's lost. Hey guys, man lost the argument. I went to and get a proof of buoyancy and density and he scarpered. Can you believe that? Dude scarpered. I told him you can have proof of density and buoyancy, and you know what, guys? Look, where is he, please? Where did he go? I turned around and before I even got to Andrea said, he's gone, mate. I literally walked 2 feet from there. Sorry, I walked 2 feet from there to here. From there to here. Before I could even reach down for the leaflet, Andrea said, man's gone. Man's gone. Man's gone. What do we have to say about that, people? Man's gone. He knew he was going to get to the crux of an argument. I'll tell you what I'm pleased with though. I just had a conversation with the troll and didn't lose my shit.
Good for you.
Yeah?
But he was kind of, he was being a little bit more...
Turned down.
Toned down?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was laughing at the things he said.
Yeah.
Because
Andrea, would it be fair to say that other than when we had loads of people here that time, I think this is the busiest we've had it.
Yeah, but it's a stunning day, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I'm really surprised at how many people, look, they're all over the place here, talking. Brilliant. We've come away from the big crowd and created our own big crowd. Love it.
It's a shame there's not more people.
Sorry guys.
More about it.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, my stamina is really starting to like show now.
Yeah.
I'm becoming somewhat delirious on lack of sleep. I went to sleep at 1:30. I woke up at 3 for work.
Oh, okay. Are you going to do it again tomorrow?
Yeah. But then I'm off until Thursday. And then I just do 4 in the morning on Thursday, 4 in the morning on Saturday. Then I'm off again till 4 in the morning on Sunday. And the good thing is I'm done by 8.
Yeah.
Before anyone's even up and at it, I'm like, done my bit. Done it. Oh, look, grandmas are here.
Had a flattery.
She's like, hold on, don't film me yet.
Had a flattery conversation with her mother.
Oh, really?
She was trying to say to me, it shows how naive she is. With flattery, you get to the edge and then you fall.
Did you ever say that?
I thought that, I'm sure, for sure. So I said, but you believe in space.
I love it. I love it. Did she look at you like, I don't even know where to start with you now?
No, she said, I don't, well, she just looked blank. She has no argument. She's on that sort of, you are nuts. That's it. You are nuts. What my television tells me is true, and you are.
What the television tells me is the truth. Doesn't matter that it's got the word lie in it. It's just a joke that it's there. Ah. Khalid, hello, my darling. I've just seen that message pop up. Jason. I'm sorry, I haven't been keeping up with the chat room. I've just been paying attention here. There's actually too many people to talk to. I don't even know where to start, guys. Like, wow. Just so you guys know, I am filming, I'm here, I'm participating as much as I possibly can. Guys, we've just got the Union Jack and the St. George's flag and a bunch of skinheads walking past. And they're walking straight into a Muslim argument. Do you see the flags over there? Oh, this could be interesting. I'm wondering if you can see that. I've zoomed in.
They're here to provoke, aren't they?
Of course they're here to provoke. Look at the crowd that's following them. The feds are following them as well. I doubt they're going to move through that crowd without causing madness.
So they've stopped.
Is it because, do you reckon they've come in because we're waking too much people up and they need to cause a distraction? Is that my paranoia, guys? We're actually getting...
The two trolls are behind are having a discussion with each other.
Are they? Oh, Andrea's just clocked the two trolls are standing at the back. Hold on, let me see if I can get them. Can you see that? Can you see that guy there with the Sainsbury's bag? Yeah. Yeah. There's a guy there with the Sainsbury's bag and he's talking to the same troll that I was talking to. Insane. So the trolls are in the background comparing notes on tactics. Brilliant. I'm not going to walk over into that madness. Sorry for not saying anything for a second. Sorry, I'm just like so out of breath. I'm literally just cotched for a second. I'm really appreciating you guys sticking with me on this one. We've been streaming for about, I don't know, 125 minutes. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep it going until this phone doesn't want to keep going anymore. I might have to switch charge. Hold on. Put this one on charge because I think it's going to die. Yep. Okay, so I've got that one. Marilyn, you're a sweetheart. I just literally got your text. If you're watching the live stream, I appreciate that, my darling. I appreciate that. And no, I didn't manage to see all the messages in the chat. And it's, yeah, at some points today, guys, it's got pretty heated. I haven't been able to keep an eye on the chat, and I really apologize for that. I'm streaming off of the mobile phone. I only get a couple of seconds to look at the actual sorry, I didn't even see that one. I saw where's the Globies proof, blah blah blah. I didn't see the rest of it. Sorry, the message was long, and it literally stays on my screen for like 2 seconds and then it's gone again. So I want to tell you all that we're gonna stick it out here until we can't carry on anymore. Look, you saw the weather that we were dealing with last week. The weather we were dealing with last week was not manageable. Yeah, we were all drenched, absolutely drenched to the core. Yeah. So for us, it wasn't really realistic for us to stay out for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours last week. But today, we've got a turnaround in the weather. So it would be stupid for us not to take full advantage of that. So here we are. There's the wonderful Andrea, Dave's gorgeous wife, and his gorgeous boy. This woman is, like, to me, she's Wonder Woman. I don't think I've met a more amazing woman than Andrea. She inspires me in so many ways. She's so, you know, in touch with who she is and grounded as to what her reality. I find her an amazing woman. I'm so pleased and honoured actually that I've met her. And I had an opportunity to spend time with her and Dave. I'm blown away by their passion and tenacity for the truth. And their gorgeous little boy, Alex, is just, I'll tell you what, he's melting the mouth, man. He's absolutely melting the mouth. Big time. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And being here with these wonderful people is everything. Absolutely everything. It turns a pretty cool experience into an absolutely amazing experience, man. Absolutely amazing. It's an honor really to be with people that are such like-minded individuals and are just as passionate with talking to people about this as you are. Once again, I'm going to apologize for me seriously lagging. Yeah, seriously lagging. Wow, look, man's looking at the poster. That's my banner. A lot of people have been looking at my banner. Jason, big up yourself on the banner. Yeah, banners attracting views. Okay. So, as you can see, we've got people them looking at my banner. I'm so proud of that. Yeah, a lot of work went into that. Thank you so much, Jason of the DisBri. I wouldn't have such an awesome banner if it wasn't for your help and your time and your effort getting that together with me. As I said, I've got festart.co.uk on the banner. I've got official Flat Earth UK's Instagram on the banner, and I've got 9 boxes wonderfully put together by Jason of the DisBri family that really is a 9-point conjecture for how they've been lied to. If you can get through those 9 boxes and still have an argument, then like that Dave says, you're still living in Disney World, my friend. You're in Disney World. You get through those boxes. If you can get through all of our banners and still have a valid globe argument, then nah, you're in Disney World, mate. Wouldn't you agree? You go from the banners from left to right and still have a globe argument after that. It's what Dave says. You're still living in Disney World, my friend. You're in Disneyland. You are still in. If you read all of this and still think you live on a ball, it's cognitive dissonance. Full-fledged cognitive dissonance. Yeah.
Well, and they wrap it up in manipulating the person.
Of course. It's the messenger that always gets shot down. Shot down in a blaze of glory every time.
But I am drawn to fact that they're just not everybody. You won't awaken everybody.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Yeah. Like I've always said, I'd love to see in my lifetime everybody realise the truth. But you've got a perfect example with Alex, because if we don't get it done in our lifetime, kids like Alex are going to have kids that will know the truth because they've been brought up with the truth. Yeah. They've been brought up to understand that schools lie, governments lie, the news lies, but you're not even going to brainwash him with the kids' TV in the first place.
Well, he won't even know that it
Do you hear it?
exists.
Do you hear that? He will not know that them kind of madnesses exist because his parents are too awake. Yeah, they're so far gone awake that little Alex is not going to live it a lie. Alex isn't going to go through what we went through. Yeah, he's not going to reach the age of 30 and realise that 30 years of his life have been a lie. He's going to reach the age of 30 having lived a life of truth. Yeah. So, I think, you know, like Andrea said, if we have to come to terms with that one day we're not going to be able to wake up the masses, and I don't just mean us individually, I mean as us, we the people. If we're not going to get this done in our lifetime, then we have a duty, we have a responsibility, yeah, to leave that task to the next generation. Because what I know for sure is that none of our predecessors have done that for us. None of us have handed us the baton of truth and said, don't let this go. Yeah, I was raised in a lie. Most of you were raised in a lie. Most of us have come to the conjunction of the fact that we don't live on a ball in our adult life. But for the first time ever, we've got the opportunity to wake up our next generation. The next generation of our kids. Yeah, not somebody else's kids, our own kids. And if there's enough of us that are awake, and enough of us that have kids, and enough of us that are going to have grandkids, and so on and so forth, then it's our duty to make sure that our next generations do not drop the baton. They cannot drop the baton, because if they drop the baton, this is all they've got to look forward to for eternity. Yeah? And I say for eternity because we all know we're not on a ball. Yeah? We all know space doesn't exist. We all know satellites aren't real. We all know we didn't go to the fucking moon. And we all know the government has a deep state. We all know the government lies. Like, you only have to look at what's going on in reality to realise how much of a WWF wrestling match reality we live in. You've got people that in public, they are arguing, they are fighting, they're arguing over countries, wars, money, human trafficking, you name it. But behind the scenes, they can all agree, don't let anybody pass the 60th parallel. Yeah? What sense does that make? Just that alone, what sense does that make? How you got hundreds of thousands of people displaced internationally, yeah? Getting into boats and going to other countries because it's not safe for those countries, yeah? For the people to live in those countries. How we got mass genocide going on internationally, yeah? But the same governments that are arguing with each other, they've all said, don't let anyone see past the 60th parallel. Don't let anybody land in Antarctica without express military permission. You know it doesn't make sense, right? What I can't understand is why other people can't just get it. The indoctrination's a deep thing, man, because it's not just as easy as waking someone up. They hold on to multiple false idolatries. Hold it so close to their heart, man. Sorry, waffling on a little bit there. Correct. Just a load of theories and CGI. He did 3 expeditions, 3. He did 3 in total. On the 3rd one, the American military sent him home and then killed him. It's all documented. They sent him home on the 3rd one and said, don't worry, nothing to see here, we'll take over. Even though this is your show, we'll put some more money in and we'll take it off of your hands, we'll government it, we'll basically militarize it. They sent him home. Within a month of him getting all of his honorary, you know, badges and medals, he mysteriously died in his sleep. Sorry, it's on a selfie, it's filming me. He mysteriously died in his sleep after doing 3 Antarctic missions, discovering what he discovered, talking about what he talked about. Within 28 days, he's just found dead in his bed. A little bit like Dr. Sebi. He cured cancer, won a Supreme Court case, and within a couple of months flew back to his country, and because he had £10,000 on him, they arrested him and killed him.
Why would they not make more profit out of the land that is behind Antarctica?
They do. Every day. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry if the stream has just frozen. If you can still hear me, that'd be great. I can still see the numbers clicking up. But as soon as I started talking to those people, something happened and my... Can everyone else still see the stream properly? Is everyone still seeing the camera moving properly? Because I'm not. Alright guys, if you can hear me, I'm just going to stop this stream.